Hello Sanchit, welcome to Stories of UV. If you could explain Pazcare for us in like a couple of words.
So Pazcare is India's first truly digital employee insurance and benefits platform. We are building a consolidated benefit solution so that the employers can use our platform to provide all the benefits, starting from insurance, wellness, and financial wellness benefits. We started out in 2021 with insurance, but now we have been able to build a very consolidated, comprehensive benefits platform, which enables employee insurance programs like health, life, and accidental cover. And from wellness perspective, we have built really good, nice OPD products, which helps employers in enabling the OPD benefits, starting from comprehensive OPD benefits to health checkups and doctor consultations and physical consultations. And also, we have built a very nice product for tax saving benefits. So, from the employer perspective, from the HR perspective, it becomes very easy for them to administer that, and it integrates with your HR payroll software. From the employee's perspective, they get so many emails usually from traditional systems, but from when it comes to Pazcare, they get everything at one place. So the benefit of that is that it increases the accessibility of the benefits that the employer is spending. So as a matter of the fact, almost 10% of your CTC is spent by the employers on benefits. I mean, that's a lot of money, right? So, which goes unutilized because of the unawareness of the benefits which the employer is providing to the employees. So, this consolidated benefits platform helps the employers in increasing the utilization of the benefits. Today, we are working with almost 2,000 companies. We started in 2021. Within 3 years, we have been able to onboard quite a many large companies like Mamaearth, Chayos. Almost 2,000 companies are using now Pazcare.
Sanchit, so what inspired you to start Pazcare?
To be honest, as a second-time founder, I thought from very opportunistic angle as well. Previous company, when I started in college, it was in travel, which was sheer passion. And then events was also sheer passion. My previous company was Townscript. A lot of interest as an individual in that space. And then gradually when my previous company was bought over, I built a lot of interest in financial services as well. And there was one regret I was carrying from my previous startup was that events as a space and ticketing especially, it's a very nice product driven business, but market size is not very large. So that's why my thought was like, whatever I do next in my life, the market size should not be a concern. There was one trigger in my life. I had given my car for wash on Sunday. The car wash guy comes at your home and takes the car key. And then he was having fun with my car, with my car door being open. And then he hit my car door in the pillar of my society. And that was the first time I actually used insurance for the first time ever in my life. I realized the value of the product. I didn't have to pay anything to the car service center. And that led me to go a little deeper in this space. And it's a very large space. Like India is growing at a very high GDP growth rate. I feel that the financial services as a space will grow equally faster with the economy, and insurance is going to grow a lot in the next 20 years. So just as an opportunistic entrepreneur, I want to be at the right place at the right time. Yeah.
How did you hire your initial team at Pazcare?
So initial team was, I had a luxury of having some experience before. So many of my previous companies' colleagues are also in Pazcare. My co-founder, I met him in MindTickle when I was an intern in MindTickle in 2011. MindTickle is a unicorn you might have heard of. And then majorly initial hires were from references. Whenever I'm hiring in leadership roles or early colleagues, I always visualize it in a way that, hey, we both, a couple of people started it, but the people who are joining later on are also co-founders. I say first 100 employees are all co-founders. It doesn't matter the kind of role that you have. It's the first 100 people who build the foundation of any organization. We give a lot of equity. We have been very generous on this front. And I proudly say that. We were able to raise some capital as well. And we got some really good validation from some of the best angel investors and also the venture capitalists. Yeah.
I want to understand if you still remember your first customer at Pazcare.
The person who inaugurated our office at Urban Vault was our first customer. His name is Ish. He's the founder of Tars. He's actually a friend. The idea was that we wanted to invite our first customer to inaugurate our office.
What is your first job, Sanchit?
So my first official job was Townscript, my previous company. I was one of the co-founders of that company. Yes. Townscript we co-founded in 2013. That was straight out of college. People ask me, you have never worked for anyone. I say, no, I have always worked for my employees and my customers. and my investors.
Wow, that's a great statement right there. So, if you could ever recall a memorable piece of advice that you have ever received from your mentor, your employee, or anybody, your fellow peer, what would it be?
Biggest learning got from few of them is to never give up. So you go through a lot of ups and downs. I mean, it's not never a linear journey. So one of them said that life is like stock market. You'll have a lot of ups and downs, but in the long run, it always grows. So you should never give up when you're going through lows. Yeah, that's one of the biggest learnings I'm carrying from few of my mentors. Yeah.
Sanchit, so where do you see Pazcare in the next 5 years? And what are you most excited about for Pazcare's future?
India is one of the we are at the right we are one of the going through one of the most exciting times, and that is reflecting in our space as well, which is insurance as a space where the market size itself is growing in double digits, more than 20%. And more than 20% means the market is doubling every 3 to 4 years, actually 3 years. And that means that in next 9 years, it will be 2 into 2 into 2, which is 8 to 16 times in next 12 years, which is mind blowing and out of my linear mind. So we just have to execute really well, and we want to be the ones who are transforming this industry from like manual traditional way of operating to digital way of operating, where we reduce the claim processing time, where we make the products more accessible to the user and more transparent. There's a lot of opaqueness in this policies, terms and conditions, and benefits side. So we are trying to make this bring a lot of positive change. And I think as a company, we want to be at the forefront in changing this and bringing this transformation from traditional way of operating to digital way of operating. And we want to contribute to this growth of the sector as well. Yeah.
All right. So, Sanchit, you've been a two-time entrepreneur, right? So, what's one piece of advice you would be giving to somebody who's just starting out as an entrepreneur?
I always say that there are two types of businesses. Either you go for venture scale kind of businesses, or you go for like a bootstrap or kind of a business. So there are two ways. Whatever you do, you start from a niche market, but if you're going in a venture scale kind of a model, I think the idea here is that first you go in a very large market, so that, as I said earlier, the market size should not be a problem. Second, whatever you do has to be scalable. The model has to be scalable, right? And it should be as product driven as possible, so that it becomes scalable. And third is you should have confidence in operating in that space, right? So, do you have a founder market fit, as they say, right? So, I think these three factors in terms of priority are very critical. And having a good revenue model where you get a paid upfront and all those things are very critical as well for the success of the business. And as always say that sometimes people ask me that, hey, you took a risk of not joining a company, but starting a company by yourself. I always say that I don't call it as a risk unless the risk is life threatening. It's not a risk. Unless like I'm going on a border or going on Mount Everest, there's no risk, right? So I think there's a lot of support system that has developed these days for entrepreneurs. So I think whosoever has some courage should actually go and start and never give up. Yeah.
So, what's your best part of the UV office that you're sitting at?
I mean, it's very well thought through in terms of the design by your team, and the way you have standardized it, and then you have some standards that you want to keep some space between people, and then you have your own standard of in terms of everything related to lightings and everything. That's pretty nice. Yeah.
Okay, and what's your favorite part in this office, Sanchit?
Yeah, I like the whole office. I'll say the pods. So
Okay.
pods is I feel that I was nervous if they will be comfortable, but actually sometimes pods get ignored by many of us. It's pretty well maintained, and it was very thoughtful to have a good back support and also air conditioning. Yeah.
Okay, Sanchit, with that, I think we come to the end of this session. And thank you so much for giving your time. And all the best and congratulations on what you have built so far. And all the best for scaling Pazcare to greater heights. And as always, UV is going to be there with you
Yeah,
throughout
we'll
this
take more
journey.
seats if things
Yes,
go well.
more seats, an entire building is what we await.
Without
yes.
with 100% discount.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.